Art is here to talk about someone he lost that's motivated him for a 5th year in a row to hold an event called GOAT for Joe. Hey,
That's
Dana.
right.
Yeah, welcome.
Thanks.
Tell me about Joe.
So Joe is my brother-in-law, my wife's brother, and he took his life by suicide in March of 2017. So now we got this crazy event. It's the 5th year running. I can't believe it.
Yeah. And tell us about the event. It's coming up, right?
It is.
When's it going to be? Where is it going to be?
Sure.
Tell us that.
Sure. So Joe lived in Oceanside, and a year after his passing, got together with his friends and said, let's have a kind of golf tournament memorial, get together and just remember Joe.
Yeah.
Well, that was in 2018, and now it's become more of what I would call a mental health advocate community-based event. And so it's grown from the first year was 60 golfers and we had some barbecue. Now it's a sellout golf tournament, and we're incorporating a mental health resource this year.
Yeah.
So it's in May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Absolutely, absolutely. What's the day?
So it's Saturday, May the 14th.
Saturday, May 14th, and the time?
So we're going to have the health fair, which hopefully will have 12 to 15 mental health care providers from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Now during that time, we're going to have family festivities for the kids, petting zoo, bouncies, cotton candy, popcorn, and 2 or 3 different food vendors, so people could pick up information from the healthcare providers. And of course, the golfers are going to be arriving around 12 o'clock. So that's be about 140 golfers. So I expect anywhere between 250 and 300 people there having food, learning about mental health care options in North County.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's at Goat Hill?
So Goat Hill Park is, the People's Park of Oceanside,
Absolutely.
right? And, it's a place where you can wear a T-shirt like this and hang out and bring your dog. So it's got a real local family feel to it. And that's kind of the vibe of the event, right? Is to have people feel like they're in their own backyard.
Awesome. And it's in support with the San Marcos Rotary, right? And there's a beneficiary. You're raising money to support a cause.
That's true. So I'm a Rotarian. I've been a Rotarian since 2010.
Yeah.
I'm currently the president of the San Marcos Rotary Club. Incidentally, we just moved back to Oceanside last year, and my journey in Rotary began in 2010 just by an invitation to say, hey, how can you want to get involved with the community? And I said, okay. And that was actually in Vista. So by being with the San Marcos Rotary Club, I was introduced to North County Health Services, which is now True Care. So True Care has facilities throughout North County and just abroad, even out into Paris. So they actually have a mental health or a behavioral health division. And so after the tragedy, being a Rotarian, I was connected to people involved in that space. And I said, I think I'm going to be able to raise a bunch of money playing golf and eating food. And I'd like it to go to a cause that specifically helps people that are struggling with mental health issues, suicide prevention. Because at the end of the day, the worst outcome of a untreated mental health disorder is someone taking their own life. So we are able to raise money through the Rotary Club Foundation. So it comes through the nonprofit San Marcos Rotary Club Foundation, and the primary beneficiary of the proceeds is the Behavioral Health Division of True Care. So it's a very specific cause, and very local, and that's how we want it to be.
And very personal.
Very personal.
Yeah, and so you went out and made something happen to support others and a wonderful organization that helps others.
Yeah, and it's in our backyard, and that's what we really wanted. And that wasn't the plan, right? It just has morphed into this. I met some folks with the Oceanside Library and learned that they had a mental health fair. We tried to get the health fair going in conjunction with the golf tournament, and then COVID hit.
Right.
So that was 2.5 years ago, and this year we're finally going to put those 2 events together at the same day, same location. The golf course is shut down to golfers that would normally play. It's only for the golfers in our tournament, but the event itself is open to the public, right? For the mental health fair, it's free, right? If you want to eat, well, then we're going to ask you for a donation. Of course, half the proceeds are going to go into the foundation and then ultimately dispersed out to our beneficiaries, with True Care being the primary beneficiary.
And how can people find out more?
So there's a
Get involved?
website,
Great.
and it's called Goat for Joe. And if people are wondering why do you call it that, well, if you're local here in Oceanside, when you go play the golf course, you know, let's go goating, right?
Yeah.
And so we said, well, let's go Goat for Joe.
For Joe.
Right.
Let's
So
go for
so
Joe.
the event has his name,
Yeah.
but it's so much more than just about him. Right. So now it's about creating a community of mental health advocates, so that
Wonderful.
people know where to go to get knowledge.
Yeah, and Goat for Joe. Yeah.
GOATFORJOE.org. So it's more of a registration website where you could actually, you know, sponsor the event. We are
Yeah.
looking for sponsors
Great.
to help us, you know, cover the cost of food. And look, inflation's up, everything's up.
Yeah.
But also, you know, at the end of the day, you're raising money for a great cause,
Great cause. A great
and it's
cause.
staying in your backyard.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're
I
so
can't
welcome.
wait. I'll be there.
I hope you will.